Yippee. Let me... Alright, first, I will check if Twitch likes me. Twitch does. Nice. I can hear my own awesome voice on the stream. Also, hello, cleared. Thank you for showing up. Wait, does the chat overlay not work? Oh, it does work. Okay. It's just under the thingy thing. Oh yeah, I meant to fucking send a notification on Discord. There we go. That's there. And I have no reason to stall any longer than this. I can just open this and I can do the meme. Well, actually. There we go. We have the streak is still going. Last time it was some Undertale fan game with Godot, but the streak didn't break, and I'm so happy. You can see we're so far in already. There's so many layers. There's actually so many layers, holy shit. I honestly don't even know anymore. But I'm so glad I kept that going. You can count if you want. Anyway, we're gonna go here, and I really like how we still have the font.png here, even though I'm not really using it. It's a beautiful font, though. I still remember when I just forgot about G. I think it was. I just made the font, I just didn't make G for some reason. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Ooh, pardon me. Okay, what is the... Let me open this as well. This and this. We're gonna go to... Voxel. There we go. I have a bunch of changes, dude. I've been lazy. I didn't commit changes, and now I have no idea what this is. Oh, okay. I think I know what this is. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm trying to generate the branch data, and it wasn't working for some reason. This isn't... Okay, so I'm only... This no, this does make sense. Because if we place down air, we might need to generate branches. But if we place down something solid, we might need to collapse branches. So this is this branch. I'm gonna view this code in the text editor in a moment, but I really need to like understand what the fuck is happening before I start editing. Okay. What line is this? 604. Okay. Let's get it. Oi. Okay, so this is air. Okay, so for cooling, I just don't do anything currently. That makes sense. Cooling is still being figured out. But it's never just committed this. That's interesting. What else changes here? World size? I've increased the world size. I don't really need that. This is commented out. I don't need to commit that. Do I use that function anywhere? I don't, but I'm cooking here, right? This is still being cooked. It's not ready. Yeah. Yeah, this makes sense. Alright. Okay. Line 800. Because currently, if I try to run this, if I try to run this project, it like takes a long time to start up, right? And I think it's just because the world is so big currently, and I'm trying to generate an octree from scratch for the world. And that just takes a while. It's not multi-threaded, it's single-threaded, and the process might be inefficient as well. So it just takes a while. And it's really bad and stinky. So I'm gonna probably have to decrease the world size. Ideally, like this is not gonna be a problem in the actual game. Because I mean also the compilation happened in like 5 seconds. Like, you know, it's not that bad. But this is not going to be a problem in the game because I'm going to either save the octree on disk, so you will literally generate it once ever. And even if like how to say, like you start with a template world, um, like there might be an octree that's generated by me, the developer, and you just load the octree and then you modify it from there. But if the octree ever gets corrupted for some reason, then you're gonna have to regenerate it, and it's gonna be bad. That might be something. Or then I'm just gonna optimize the process so it's faster and multi-threaded, and yada yada yada. But to optimize it, I would first have to measure what the actual problem is with the function. Like, what is taking time in the function? What do I need to improve? Because right now I have no clue. And it's really hard to do something if I have no clue what you're doing. Surprisingly. Anyway. We're gonna decrease the world size. And we're gonna get an octree way faster, hopefully. Yay, it's already done. Wait, I don't... Oh, I do have one voxel in the world. Okay, good. Good. I should make a function for... Whatchamacallit? Like setting voxels midair. Yeah, currently if you go outside of the world boundaries, then nothing renders. Anyway. But yeah. Let's actually make the command first. That's gonna be like nice and simple. Handle console input, I think. Okay, nice to do's. Oh yeah, this also. I would just have to loop through the string and just remove repeated spaces. But I'm gonna do that later. Yahoo! Let's see. What do we want? I actually want to do it here. Okay. I think I want to call it set voxel. So I'm gonna sit down for this. Oish. I've been standing the entire morning, so it's time to sit down. Yeah, I've been cleared, actually, by the way. Like, I feel like my brain is finally at the point where I can socialize a bit. So I have a task in front of me. I don't have to constantly think like, what am I gonna do? Hey, good morning, good morning. Oh yeah. Let's see. And these, okay, this also should be let else instead of if let. There we go. Same here. Oh, nice. Hmm. What's the file for? Like what project? What's up, Oh, I'm completely like blanking out. Um, I think we want position and then the voxel. So, okay, let some destination equals vector 3 32 from string. I'll read in a moment. Also have to do this. Hmm. Yep. I was thinking if I want to have some kind of thing that grabs all of the arguments at the start, and then after that, like processes everything. But I'm also thinking I kind of want to have a command system where the system will try to read kind of all of the errors that you have in your thing instead of just the first one it encounters. But that also might not be the best, I think. No, because what I'm thinking is that, oh, if your like position is formatted incorrectly, then you could get an error that's incorrect. But if the system also sees that you don't have enough arguments for the command to succeed anyway, then it could be like, oh, your position is incorrect and you don't have enough arguments. But I don't know. I think I want to do that. If I remember correctly, for PS3, I did do something like that. So I think this is the one with the good command console. And I cooked here. Let me check. Uh, yeah, and I can't run this project because I've cleaned the fucking compiled files away. At least I think so. Let's see. If I click this, yeah, then it's like, ooh. Yeah, this I like this thing. Uh Where do we do this? Let's say the fill command. Oh. Oh, I actually might remember how this works now. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love this. It is actually a pretty good system, I think. Uh I I I broke to this. LOL argument. That's truly. And I don't know. I wasn't expecting to see this variable name. Like I make dumb variable names, but I wasn't expecting this. That's fine though. Wait, I already have a help command here, and then or do I not? I do, and then I have an outdated to do saying that I should make a help command anyway. Whatever. Uh. Okay, so I have this thing where I get the command, and then first I will just cry if you don't have enough arguments, but I won't cry about everything else. Like it will literally just say, or you have the argument count is not correct. Uh. But it does, so if you have enough arguments, then it will cry about every individual argument that failed to parse, right? So if I was, for example, in the new engine, actually, it's only this. I could do something like this. Say that I had two arguments here, and this would be like a valid command. Oh, I typed the name in an invalid manner. Let's say there's like a fucking like illegal character. Like you're not supposed to have this in a player name or something. And then I would have this. So this would be like incorrect on both parts. So the system would first go, okay, we have TP command. We're supposed to have at minimum one argument, I guess, and at maximum two arguments, right? So then it looks, okay, the argument count is correct, and then it will try to parse all of these arguments to get the data from there. And it will see that this is incorrect, and it will see that this is incorrect. And then it'll just print an error saying, oh, arguments that like the name argument failed to parse, and it's supposed to be like this. And then the position thing failed to parse, it's supposed to be like this. Instead of only saying, oh, the name, it didn't parse, by the way. Did you know? And then you fix that, and then it cries about the position. But that's fine for now, I think. But it is a thing that annoys me sometimes in like other consoles that I use, where it's like, please just tell me the errors. Like you can clearly tell the other things are incorrect. Like talking to the computer, like just check it and tell me, like, please. But yeah, for now I will not do that. I could do it, but I'm not gonna do it for now. And when I say that, it might be the case that I will never do it. But we'll see, we'll see. It is a thing on the back of my head. Anyway. Can I break in here? Is that allowed? No, I can't. I can return though. I really wanted to just break from here. Can I just get out? Oh, okay, I have to put this into a block. This feels like a fucking discount go to. Oh, I see. This is incorrect. I really want to clear out these errors so it just doesn't spam me all the time. I'll get to that in a moment. Anyway, okay. Let's format this. There we go. Have this. And we can just break out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so. Mm-hmm. I think the way this would work is that I would go through all of these things, like the arguments that I'm generating, and I would be collecting the error message, or like error data from them. And at the very end, I'm like, okay, if we have error data, I'll print the error data. If we don't have error data, just execute the command. Mm-mm-mm. I don't even print any error for that. Okay. Okay. I could also have um oh, actually. Yes. Currently for example the from string thing, it will return an option. I could make it return a result instead and have the error code there and let's read the error. So I don't have to make some scuff system. Anyway. Damn, this this makes me want to make my own programming language. I don't know what to tell you. My brain is rotten. The one thing I really like about Rust is that I can just write code and I don't have to run it to know that it works. For the most part. I am supposed to write else here. If it compiles, it's probably good. Now, yeah, okay. And if I want good error messages, I would probably have a function that I call with the string directly. I mean, this is that. Yeah, okay. Yep. I was thinking because I have two functions here for the thing. But first, I would have a thing that ensures that I have enough arguments. So I wouldn't have to do this. And then these would just return the error. Yes. And now we need the voxel. Or I think we could just set the voxel that we have selected. No, I'm gonna do that. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like typing the same thing over and over. I feel like there might be a better way to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna worry about getting rid of repeat code and whatever later on. Do we cry? We do cry. Why? Oh, I'm missing the semicolon. Missing le semicolon. No, it's not bugging me. Like the parsing the things correctly. It's fine. It is actually fine. Not even coping. Now we want to set a voxel. Do we have the state here? We do have the state here. State. Oh, do we have read? No, we do have read access. We also have write access. Imagine if you could pass variables with write access but no read access. I don't know, like, in what scenario would that be useful? I have no clue. Anyway, I think it's voxel and then position for the internal thing. So voxel, then destination. No, it's the other way around. Yeah, it's like you have a function for clearing out memory or something. And well, I mean, but even like if you're programming it yourself, right? It's like, eh. I mean, there is some capability-based security stuff. Like there's some also based video, by the way. Astral. I think no, these are not. Austral. this thing. Good read, in my opinion. Maybe not the like. I think it could be a bit simpler, perhaps, if I remember correctly. But it's neat. Yeah. So linear types, yeah, has to be used once and stuff. What was the point where why I came here? Actually, just forgot. Oh, write only types. Okay, thank you. My brain actually just completely turned off. Yes. So where? Capability-based security. There we go. So imagine that you're using a library, right? I might have talked to you or the stream or both about this before. Imagine that you're using a library to like left pad a string, right? The classic example. And then, the library gets compromised and suddenly it's like doing a bunch of stuff that it should never do, right? So how Austral would fix that is that you have a permissions object that you have to pass in. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but it's like if you want to do certain things like read from the disk, or write the disk, or do networking, you have to have the permission object with that permission passed into the function, right? So if a library gets a malicious update where it says, oh, we're just gonna, fucking read your disk and upload it to our servers, and it's like a left pad string, like library, then when you download that update and you try to compile your thing, you get an error where it's like, oh, the function call for this left pad string thing, like, the function call here, it's expecting the permissions to read from disk and upload and write to disk. And you look at that and you go, why? You shouldn't go, oh, let me just give you the permissions, sire. You should go, why the hell are you asking for these permissions? Right? And that's, like, I think a pretty good idea. Right? And now there are also problems where you have, like, you just download a library and that is what gets you pwned. Not even compiling the code. But because there can be, like, install scripts or whatever bullshit and security issues, and it's like, oof. But that's like the dev environment being garbage, right? That's not up to the language. But yeah. But if I make the language, I think there's gonna be capability based security. It's so based. Like, oh, you want to read from disk? You need permission from the programmer, like, as a library developer. How would a language do backflips? That's my question too. Please illustrate. Also, this needs to be I32 and not F32. And this needs to be borrowed because we're using Rust. It doesn't matter, but it has to be borrowed because XD. Okay, that seems to work. Let's also print. Then can I do this? Is this legal? Tell me. It is not. But I can do this. Let's go. I guess I could also just do the voxel itself instead of the cargo XD is not a thing. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to do debug formatting for this as well. Let's see, generate the octree. There we go. Oh yeah, it's voxel, place voxel. What did I call the command? Set voxel, okay. Okay. Does work, but immediately I can tell that I'm missing a thing, which is being able to specify the location as a relative position, or being able to hit tab to, like, autofill, right? Those are both things that are missing. And I don't think I had any system for that here. And I'm thinking, would it be easier to make it a relative or make it a tabbable thing? Or then I guess I could just print the position somewhere. That would also kind of fix my issue. But the simplest thing. The simplest thing. Okay. I'm gonna do this, and some chevening is happening now. We do this, and then if I'll just call it pause for now. So I just want something to just get the current player position. I think it's camera pause. This probably needs to be converted. I'm gonna get a bunch of errors now because it's like, oh, you're. And this doesn't need to be a sum. It's just this. And also I need to convert this to a 532. What constructions do I have for you? Can't type. I kind of want to do this. And if we have a well, not necessarily. I was gonna say if we have a valid vector, then the conversion will always work, but that's not true. So it's only okay. Constant provided when the type is expected. Can I somehow pass in like another type into this? I just want this to be some type that's not T. Whatever. I'll just do the easy thing. I won't worry about that for now. Yep. Now I have to say as I32, as I32, and as I32. Here we go. Yep. And now we have the pattern that's something. Now here, who would do this? Is this legal? Am I allowed? No. Oh yeah, I need to. Did I place that the wrong place, perhaps? I did. 1104. There you go. It's kind of ugly, but whatever. I might want to take one away from that. I love being able to just type cargo format and then it just does everything nicely. This is also really, really stinky, but whatever. Ah. So stinky. I should be able to say, set voxel here, FFO, FF. And then it says the voxel. Yay! Where did it place it? Did it not do it correctly? Hmm. Oh, I didn't say here. Okay, that makes sense. And I closed the thing. Okay. I should require holding escape instead of just, you know, deleting the fucking game as soon as you hit escape. There we go. So I can easily set a voxel. And I like the keyword here. Such a good keyword. If it's the one that I'm thinking about, it like fades away and reveals the desktop from underneath. It's really cool, actually. I remember it not working on this computer. Like, it would just fade to black and then quit. But then on my laptop that had 2 GPUs, it would actually do the fade out. Oh, okay. I might be thinking of another OSU client then. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, no, but the one that I remember is that on my main computer, it would just fade to black and whatever. But on my laptop, it would, like, you know, the alpha would just go to 0 and would show the desktop from underneath, and it was so fucking cool. Yeah, but it probably didn't work on my. Maybe, I don't. I swear to, if this is a fake memory, I'm gonna go insane. But I swear that's the thing. Anyway, error messages maybe. Whatever, I'll just say that. I love how you specified that. Anyway, that's now we have set voxel as a command. That's awesome. Mm-mm. We will need to change that. Yeah. I really love it when you can just make a thing and it doesn't take ages. Oh. Was it actually 41 minutes to make that one command? Awesome. Anyway, I take it back. It's great when you can make a thing and it takes ages, but it feels like a breeze. God damn. Anyway. I'm gonna look at the collapsing now. Hmm? Octree collapse branch if it is empty. Yes. There's the current cooking here. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, so this is just the octant traversal. Mm-mm. Hmm. Yeah, but I only do this for this size. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it's like flowing back into my mind, like how all of this works. Yes. Maybe? Is this garbage? This might be garbage. I have to redo a bunch of stuff. Or then I misremember how I'm doing this. Please don't be garbage. Mm. Okay, so we're at the lowest level. Okay, I think this makes sense. Oh, actually. Because when we're descending, are we putting down any information anywhere? I like, are we doing anything? Are we just going down for fun? We're well, we have branch locations here. We do write to it, which is good. Okay, okay, we can actually work with this. Damn. Uh, Good luck with this. Anyway, well, here in this piece of code, we're not going down just for fun. But going down just for fun sounds like fun, gotta say. Anyway, we're here. We have the branch locations. We I just moved it for no reason. We go down, and after we have gone down, we need to go up. We go up the branch and we have to check if the branches have anything anymore. And that's the part that's missing. Don't delete this immediately, is the question. Let me think. Because the branches can be in like any fucking location in the octree, so I kind of have to. Hi. Well, actually, this is so. It's annoying. Okay, so the problem is, it's GIMP time. So we have our fucking octree, quadtree, whatever. You know, it's some shape in memory. It's in some shape, whatever. We have our 1D data here that is represented by, like everything in computers at the end of the day, ones and zeros. So let's say that we have our first branch here, and then it points to another branch like here, and this points to like data. Well, I mean, it's not going to be. No, it is going to be right next to it. Yes. Let's not make them merge though. If data here. Let's have some data here. And finally one here, right? And this is a bit bigger because it actually has the voxel data. I'm pretty sure it's actually going to be bigger, but I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, so this one points here. Kind of want to do this on a separate layer. Yeah. So this one points here. This one points here. This one point. I could do it like below, so it's a bit more clear. This one points here. This one here. And this one right here. And this doesn't point to anywhere. It just has the data in there, right? So when we go to read the voxel data, this would be the highest level, and then we go to the second lowest level here. So these would be those, and then we go one level down. So it would be like this here, and this would be like let's say this. This might not exactly line up, but whatever. Because this actually would be the lowest level, so I guess something like this. And these would be the voxels. Anyway. We have our data. And, you know, of course, in between it's not empty. There's, like, some fucking garbage, which is, you know, the rest of the octree, right? So... Now... Oh, fuck, I just realized, yeah, this is actually so ass. This is so ass. Okay. Okay, let's first consider this, but I have another problem here as well that I need to, like, go through. That... Actually, do I take into account this at all? We... Branch locations... We don't take it into account at all. Damn. Okay. Wait, am I doomed? Am I... Okay, I'm glad I started drawing though, because I just realized like a fatal flaw in the system. Anyway, so... Actually, wait, what am I speaking about? No, I am speaking facts. Okay. Only facts and truth. Alright, so... Let's say that this level of the octree gets collapsed. right? There's no voxel data there. So we want to get rid of this data. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm gonna move it up. Hello? What? This is this layer. This is this layer. What is happening? Oh, I'm not moving the selection. I forgot that this is how it works. I need to like repaste it in. Anyway, I'm gonna move it up here. This is like marked for deletion, and this can stay here, whatever. And let's say the second level also gets collapsed. Like this is the only occupied thing. Well, it was also, like you can see. Yeah, add it as a layer. Delete this. And so we want to also get rid of this. Move you up. Okay. So we want to do that. And now we want to delete these sections of data. Like these surroundings have to be moved together, right? Like you have this piece of data here, and you have this piece of data here. You need to move this into this location, right? Like we could just mark this as zeros and then like fill it with data later. Am I cooking? Do I not need to move the data at all? Do I really just like reallocate to this later? Maybe. I would just need to remember the locations. Oh. Yes. 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 So the octree will never get smaller. Ooh, but that's... it's not the best. It is not the best. Because if you have a... Well, let me think. I don't know. I would have to try it and then see how it behaves. Anyway. Yeah, avoiding like moving around a lot of memory would be good. That is true. Holy shit. This might be something. But my only issue is that the octree will never ever get smaller. But does that matter? Maybe not. Anyway, so let's say we want to move the data so it's one contiguous block, right? So we move this here, and now if there's anything anywhere, like let's say there's some branch here that's pointing to this data right here. When we move this data, we're gonna have to go to this branch and update this little arrow so it points to the new correct location. Right, and that's the annoying problem. And so far, I've only considered like the arrows inside of these things that we already went through. So it's like, oh, this one points here, but also there's another arrow pointing somewhere else, right? Also, I love how this line is like emitted because the layer. This is such a cool effect. Anyway, I've considered like, oh, when we go down the fucking tree, then we'll need to like update the arrows of the things we went past, like when we were going down. But that's actually not enough. Because there are other branches as well, right? The branch we went down isn't the only one. We're gonna have to go through every single branch and confirm that they are either like when we're moving this to here, I need to confirm that either this arrow is pointing to data before the move, so the move doesn't affect it. Well, yeah, that's the only thing I need to confirm. Or that the branch comes after the data that's moved, because then, you know, both the point location, like where the point starts from and where the point ends to, they both will be moved by the same amount, so it wouldn't matter. But like, this is annoying. This is super annoying. Yeah, I would need to go down every single branch, and the data doesn't have a set size. Yeah, I think I will do the thing where we mark sections as dead and then overwrite them. And in addition, I'm gonna make the initial generation faster. So you can like reset the octree at some point. It's like maintenance for the map. It's like, oh, reset octree if it's getting to like a memory limit or whatever. But yeah, I think that's a decent plan. Mark for death, overwrite when needed. I'm glad I came up with that on my own, actually. But that is like a very, very common strategy, though. But I did still, like, in this situation, think of it myself. I'm proud of that. Anyway, thank you. Don't inflate my ego too much. Anyway. And actually, recently, on the Undertale fan game project, I did I had a nice discussion with the other coder on the project. And basically I just realized that I was cooking too much, and I was trying to make the perfect system. Well, it's not even the perfect system. I wanted a thing for some reason. Okay, let me actually think about what I'm saying. So in the game, we don't have a concept of a monster right now. We just have encounters, right? And the encounter just has a bunch of functions that the battle system calls, and it has a few signals that we gives to the battle system. And one of the functions is like, oh, get all the enemy names, right? So I don't have to care how the encounter handles the enemies, as long as it gives the names to the battle system, right? And I thought that was neat. And then I was trying to cook a system where you could have an encounter where you put encounters in it, and it will handle those encounters as if they're monsters. You know, that should work, right? And I thought it was a beautiful system. But the problem is, we don't care if the system is beautiful, we care about if it's easy to develop with, right? So the conversation was longer than it needed to be because I was really stubborn, because I really wanted the fucking system that I was envisioning, right? But I did in the end like see the light, basically, and it's like, oh yeah, shit. Like I'm the one overcomplicating. I'm the one trying to make the perfect system. I'm the problem. And then I was able to just look at the like suggestions of the other code and be like, oh okay, yeah, this actually makes a lot of sense. And the suggestion basically is have a monster class that has a bunch of like properties for the monster that the battle system can just read. It makes sense. We're still gonna have an encounter thing that handles the monsters for like certain things. Like if you want to have a boss fight with custom behavior, that should be the encounter handling it, and not the monster. At least right now, that's what it seems like. I don't know though. We'll see what happens. Anyway, back to this. Back to this. So we don't have to collapse, that's good. We're gonna need to remember metadata though. About locations. Okay, also let's Generate. Oh, I have caps lock. Dude, what is the get octree branch data? What was I typing if not this for the past 40 seconds? Anyway. I'm just thinking because the size for the voxel data is different than the size for branch data. If these were the same size, my life would be so much easier. Because I could just have a list of free blocks, not care about the size, and then just be like, oh, this block here is free. Go there. You know, write the data there. I could have padding as well, but I kind of want the data to be optimized a bit, I think. I don't know how much I would lose if I did padding. So far, I've tried to make this like fit into as small a space as possible, or like as reasonable, so I can fit more data. But this is the classic speed versus space. Speed versus space. Classic conundrum. Anyway. I'm gonna have to change this as well. But I'm so glad I... Yes. This is good progress, though. This is like... The moment I realized that I should, like, reallocate blocks... Hold on. What do you think? I was thinking, if I have set block sizes, would it make moving the data easier as well? Maybe. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Oh shit, okay. Well, okay, so there's two things in my head now. So, first of all, if we just reallocate the space, well, it's gonna be really fast and really simple, right? But, oh, there's gonna be like a bunch of dead space and whatever. But then I'm saying that the alternative to just reallocating would be to build the octree from scratch, which would be an alternative. But I could just have an alternative function that fucking gets rid of the dead space instead of rebuilding the octree from scratch. So I will have one ultra mega performant version where we mark spaces as dead and then we repopulate them with data. And that's like very, very cheap because you're not moving data around, right? Sometimes you'll need to increase the buffer size, but that's fine. So we'll have the mega performant version that, you know, we mark spaces dead, we repopulate them, good. Then we have the next step where, well, it's not even like for setting new data. It's just like a maintenance step where we go through the entire octree and we just pack the data tightly. We take all of the dead spaces, take it out, move everything together, boom, the buffer is now smaller. Right? I would imagine if you like save it to disk, you would maybe want to do that. And also in general, like, I don't know. It sounds like you shouldn't ever need to do that, but I kind of think it's a good thing. Sometimes get rid of the dead space. There might be some performance impact where we're moving a massive amount of data to the GPU instead of a smaller amount. Yes, that does actually make sense. Like if the buffer is almost max size, it's gonna take longer to transport it to the GPU, right? And also, it's a higher likelihood for like cache misses and whatever if like the data is very sparse, right? Like there's this kilometers of fucking dead space between the actual relevant bits. Like it's gonna be terrible for cache. And that being said, the thing that packs the data tightly could also reorganize it so we don't have like jumps backwards. Can I? Yes. We don't have jumps backwards, or just make sure the data is like laid out in a sensible way, right? Um yes. And then you have the nuclear option of just look at every single voxel and rebuild the tree. Which is like, if we need to do that, something has gone terribly wrong, I think. But it is still an option, right? It should always be an option. I don't think we need this image anywhere, but I'm not gonna close it yet. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. So for now, I will have the nuclear option and the mega ultra performant one. And I'll leave the one that reorganizes the data for later. Well, let's see the data sizes. Where can I actually tell? Size 2. And we don't really need the... I hope that I don't need the occlusion mask. It's like very, very cheap and ugly. I hope that I can get good visuals with the actual ray tracing mechanisms instead of taking it. But we'll see what happens. Anyway. What do we append? Okay, we push a U32. We're gonna be counting in U32s. That's how it always works. Voxel data. Have 1. And then we have the occlusion mask, which is how big? Oh, it's... Oh yeah, well, push is always 1. So we have 2. Where are we pushing the voxel? Oh, right here. I'm dumb. We push the voxel and then the... Yeah, these are the only things. And then we do this 8 times, right? Yeah, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So this is going to be 16. So voxel data is 16 U32s. Okay. What about branch data? Oh, nice. I can zoom this and not zoom the other. And zooming here. Oh, actually, it doesn't take longer. It just didn't want to do it initially for some reason. Anyway. I'll need to keep it at this size. We have... Also, if someone would want to tell me why the network usage for streaming does this, please tell me. It's really interesting to me that the network usage like has this curve sometimes. It'll go up and down and then it will flatten out. It's very, very interesting. And now it flattened out because I have nothing like changing on the screen, I'm pretty sure. Now that I bring this window on screen, it decreased the usage and now it's going up. We have a bigger curve. And now it's flattened. Okay, yeah, I know nothing about the world anymore. Anyway. What do you mean by chunks? Also, I don't know if this is related to the network usage or streaming is in chunks. Yeah, but I mean, but it's so flat most of the time, and then it just goes like woo woo woo. Nah, It's do I even have Warshark? I don't think I do. No, I don't. Oh, hello, Dillahan. Good to see you. Wait, this is not crying to me that this is your first chat or whatever. Hmm. Interesting. Honestly, I can't remember. You have been here before. Wait, am I? Dude, there's someone on Discord that I recently have chatted with, who has at least a similar name with you. I was thinking like, oh, it's that person. Oh, but you've been here before. I had no idea. Okay, fair enough. All right, I'll need to after stream, stalk you and see what you've been chatting here before. Goddamn. Hey, how's your programming journey going? What have you been up to? Oh, dude. Okay, I just completely have been in the dark about us like talking previously. I think I registered it as you like having seen me work on the lighting. Actually, I need to check now. Let's see. Ba, ba, ba. Discord, please. Can I not search? I just can't search. I can't search in our DMs. It just doesn't let me. Anyway. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was correct. I was correct. You didn't specify that we chatted. You just said that I did stream a few months ago. You didn't say that you chatted here. Ah. Anyway, I didn't misremember. I'm glad. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, but it's nice now. Nice to now make the connections. Anyway. Yes. Okay. Branch data size. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah. Slow and steady. Okay. Okay. Also, if you ever have something to show or any questions, then yes, please. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, feel free to ask me. I mean, feel free to ask me, but also, please ask me and please talk to me. Right? I love talking about programming. Yep, I just like it. It doesn't have to be on stream, right? You can DM and whatever. It's like I'm not overwhelmed with social interactions. I'm not starved either, but I could talk about code more. And you're chill. And also cleared the same way actually. If you have code stuff, feel free. Although you tend to work on web dev slash JavaScript, but I think I could still comment on it. Anyway. Wait, hold on. I need to. There we go. I will post it in chat as well. If it fucking wants to paste this year. There we go. That's the energy that message gives to me. Too slow, too slow. Oh yeah. No, but it's like if you make something that you think is good, it's like you came up with a good solution to something, then it's like, that could be neat to share. Or if you have a problem, then I can also think about it, right? Code is great. I like code. Oh, the point left, point right. You're like fetching the emoji or something. Hold on, I'm my voice. Holy shit. Dude, I haven't had problems with my voice disappearing for like ever, I feel like. I feel so strange. Anyway. Ba -ba -ba -ba. Okay, branch data. We have the octant occupancy. Then we have 8 for the data offsets. Okay, okay. Yeah, this is just setting the data offsets. This is also just the data offsets. Yeah, and this is okay. So we have just 9 things. Advanced maths here. If I had to guess, Dullahan is using Godot, maybe? Oh, C++ and GDScript. Okay. C++, I pray for your soul that you realize to change away from C++, but it's your choice, We all go through dark periods in our life. But I wish you I wish you luck. Yeah, C++ is not a beginner language really. Um I would unironically recommend Rust. Okay, fair. You will learn that computers are not fun with C++, I think. Granted, I'm just a C++ hater, right? Don't take this too seriously. It's I've tried to use it, but one thing the one thing I can say for sure is that Rust has really good errors. The compiler will actually guide you to solutions. Yeah, GDScript also is pretty friendly. Like the computer isn't actively hostile towards you, right? C++, it's like good luck. And it's like it doesn't have to be that way, right? It just doesn't have to. That's how I see it. But again, very, very biased, right? Anyway, if I want to do padding, then well, currently the voxel that we have the fucking we have the ambient occlusion. Let's just fucking get rid of ambient occlusion, right? Who needs ambient occlusion? Nobody. We'll do it the right way. I will not regret this for sure. True. True. No, if you make an error, your hard drive formats itself and you're supposed to restore from a backup. And if you make another error, your backup is gone. Okay, so we don't want the ambient occlusion. Now we only have 8. 8 is 8. Wow, amazing. So now we would need just one fucking U32 of padding, and then the voxel data and the branch data are the same size, right? We have 9, which is very ugly, right? This is not a good number to have. At least I feel like that. What was the number in the voxel data before? 16. We're gonna have ambient occlusion, you know? It's like we don't have the best rendering yet, but this might prove useful in a bit or something. We're gonna have the ambient occlusion. We're gonna have a bit of padding in the branch data. So we need 15. Wait, what am I saying? Why 15? Why? This is the level that my mental math is on, right? We need 15 bytes of padding. True, because 9 plus 15 is 16, right? It's obvious. It's obvious, right? But this highlight, like, this is the guy making a fucking voxel engine, right? I actually struggle with mental maths. I'm terrible at it. For some reason. I just abuse the calculator all the fucking time. It's amazing. Holy shit. We need 7 fucking numbers of padding. 7 plus 9 is 16. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's what I like to think sometimes, but then somehow I thought that 9 plus fucking 15 is 16. Like, my brain is trying to take some fucking shortcut, and then it arrived at that. But you know, maybe that's just a car keys in fridge moment. It happens. I am a bit tired as well. Anyway, so where do we branch data? Here we are branch data. We have the octant occupancy and we have the data offsets. And now we just do padding. Actually, I'll push. Let me see. I times 2. Can I? What? Is this legal? Wait, where do I? Why can't I type into this fucking terminal? It just doesn't want to. That's awesome. And now I can type. Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay. Can't do that. Anyway. Here we go. That's interesting link. Oh, okay, okay. Yep. Okay, okay. So were you here for this when I was drawing this? Okay, so true. We're growing trees, right? Back to nature. Um, but basically, Well, let's see. Let's start from scratch, right? Can I run the game right now? I can. Let's go. Oh, but it's... You're gonna see something broken. Or then it's not gonna render at all. It's not rendering at all, because I just broke it with this. Let's comment that out and run it. I didn't mean to do that. Here, here, here. Also, I'm gonna need to write a to-do for myself. Da-da-da-da. To-do. Make game not quit instantly when pressing escape. Dude, for the first time in forever, I could type and speak at the same time. Holy shit. It's like I'm never able to do that, usually. Anyway. So now we have a voxel, right? Wrong. I still remember what I'm doing. I'm explaining stuff. So we have a voxel and we can place voxels and we're rendering the voxels. Wahoo, right? And the way that the rendering is working is that for every pixel on the screen, I'm casting a ray. And if the ray hits a voxel, it will output the color of the voxel to the screen in that location, right? And if there's nothing, it'll show white. Previously, I had this texture in the background, so just render this font texture if there was nothing. But now it's pure white, right? And the question is, how can you efficiently send tons of rays into a space? And yeah, well, that's basically it. Like, how can you send a ton of rays efficiently? So the FPS is not garbage, right? And the answer for me so far is an octree, right? And I'm gonna give you the 2D example, which is a quadtree, but this extends into 3D to an octree. But we can go over that in a moment, right? So we have our world, right? Big world. And also, before I forget, the padding. Okay, I was doing the padding. All right. No, the shadows are just faked right now. So real quick, so if we have a cube here, we just basically just look which face of the cube did we hit. Did we hit this face? Did we hit this face? Or did we hit this face? Right? And based on that, we just tint the color. And we know which face we hit just based on well, details actually, but we can know it. Anyway, so we have the world, and then we'll separate it into 4 pieces, right? And well, actually, let's start from. Let's say we have a voxel right here, a voxel right here, and a voxel right here. Right, and the rest of the world is empty. So we'll separate the world into 4 pieces. And we can immediately say that these 2 sections are completely empty. Right? And if we were shooting a ray, and we hit a section that's empty, we don't have to check every single individual voxel per section to see if there's something there, right? We can just go, oh, this fucking fat box is completely empty. Let's skip to the end, right? So there's this huge area, and we just processed all of it instantly. And that's the like performance gain that octrees and quadtrees give you, right? And for this area, we do the same. We, you know, this is gonna be like better half. This is a bit skewed. This is like right in the middle. Pretend these are equal, right? All of these. This is like length A. This is also length A, right? This is also split in half. This is split in half. I mean, split into 4. Let's say this is like the lowest level then. I'll actually no, this is like 2 by 2 already. That's fine. Yes, basically. And these all are empty. But this part I already kind of have completed. Like I am doing this, right? Also, disclaimer, this is not my idea, right? I didn't come up with quadtrees and octrees. I don't know who did, but it's someone else than me. Anyway, yeah, but you can like usually I'm gonna start off from somewhere inside of the space. Like let's say this is the player, and then you will just like you will look into this direction, for example, and it's gonna be really cheap to render because you can just tell that it's nothing, right, in a few steps. Thank you, Donald. Very cool. But yeah, and then if you look into this direction, then you're gonna have like the rate that would hit this, for example, it would just like skip to here, and probably it would go through like this space, for example. It would skip through that, and then it would, you know, like go into the level of the fucking voxels and hit this thing. But yeah, it hopefully that makes sense, right? But now this is the 2D visual part. Let's start from scratch again. So we have our beautiful thing, and I think you can also see how this would extend into 3D, right? Like you just have, instead of dividing into 4, you divide into 8. You just split into 2 on each axis, right? But anyway, we have our neat division here. But with computers, everything is zeros and ones, right? So we have our array of data. Let's say there's subdivisions here, subdivisions here. So we somehow need to, yes, exactly. We somehow need to now encode this data, like this concept, as just numbers, right? So how I'm doing it currently is that I have one number at the start which tells us which of these are occupied or not. So if it's occupied, it's going to be, if it's not occupied, it's going to be 0. If it's occupied, it's going to be a 1, right? And this is for like the whole thing here. So we have a few zeros, so the number is going to be 0, 1, 0, 0, right? And that is the occupancy mask of the first level of the tree, right? And then we have a bunch of data offsets here, whatever. I could technically not write down data offsets for the empty regions because they're just empty, but I do it because it's simpler to handle the data. So the way I do it is, you know, we have 0 because there's no data, and then we have, well, also this is not a, like this is not a bit, it's actually a number. We have some number for the data offset, we have another number data offset here, we have another number here for the data offset here, and another number for the data offset here, right? And then this data offset points to somewhere else in the array, and it tells us that the branch data for this is here, right? But let's say the branch data is right after this, because it most likely is. Like, if everything else is empty, it's going to be there. Then we have the same thing. You know, this is 0, 0, 0, and then 1. And then you, well, the next level could be the branch data. But then, you know, you have the data offsets again here, like after. And then the voxel data, we just encode the voxels in the numbers, right? But it's no one. Anyway, but it just works. And it's great. And so the thing that I'm working on specifically, right, is that if we have this octree and we have the data, let's say that we place a voxel right here, right? We're gonna have to divide this into 4, divide this into 4, and then write the voxel, or get the voxel data, right? Now we need to rewrite, first of all, the occupancy mask. It's supposed to be 0, 1, 0, 1 instead of 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. And then we need to like get this branch data, put it somewhere, and then point to that somewhere where the branch data is. Right? And that's not the hardest thing, because we can just take the buffer of the octree and just put the data at the end. Right? And then just point to the end. And everything's fine, everything's dandy. But the problem is, if we remove a voxel, then this should be collapsed. Like, this should no longer exist. There should be nothing here, you know? And suddenly, we have a bunch of data in the middle of the octree that we want to remove. And that's a problem, right? Because you have a bunch of locations that are pointing to relative locations in the array, and suddenly you're just moving the data. Because if you want to remove this, then you would just like actually remove it, right? And it's like, what do you do? Like, do you parse the entire octree and update all of the offsets or what? But then I realized that I could just mark this region as empty and just overwrite the data. So that's the current thing. And is there an optimal amount of divisions? I don't know. That's the quick and honest answer. I've not researched that, and for me, like, the way to know that would be to experiment, right? Like, I will just... Oh, that's what you mean. So okay, so what I thought that you meant is, like, how many times should you divide on one level, right? Like, if you have a thing, like, should we divide into, like, 9 at the start instead of 4? But I think you were talking about this, right? Like, how many levels down should you be going? And yeah, so the optimal, well, generally, how would I say? The more work you can skip, the better, right? And if we stopped having subdivisions, then it would mean that we fill every single spot with voxel data, right? And what that would mean for rendering is that you have to check every single position to see if there's a voxel there. And really what you're doing at this level is just subdividing the space into voxel-sized chunks, right? So you're still doing subdividing, technically. So why just not do it at the higher level, right? And allow the rendering to skip space. But I mean, there might be a point where, like, at the lowest level, you, instead of dividing to like the 2x2 level, you would fill this space with voxels, maybe? So it'd be directly like this. But still, I see this as like losing efficiency, right? And like having to do more work. Um, but I don't have to worry about that right now. If the rendering isn't fast enough, then I'll have to optimize it. If the octree generation isn't fast enough, I'll have to optimize it. But I'm thinking that it probably is best the lower you go, right? But yeah. Anyway, back to this. So we're gonna do some padding. Do some padding, and then also the reason I'm not making this zeros, but just some arbitrary number here, is that if I have to look at this data with my own two eyes and like parse the bytes, I can like pick up a pattern where it's like, okay, this is padding because it starts from 0 and then it's 2 and then 4 and whatever, I could just put like a pattern here actually. Like a signature thing where it's like, oh, this is just padding. I'll just do this for now. Actually, let's just do 3 instead. Haha, why not? Anyway. But yes. That's also what happens here. Where if we have empty space, then I don't make the data offset 0. I make the data offset this I value right here. So the first one would be 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It just makes it easier if I have to parse the data myself. Anyway, now we have to fix rendering, because we have padding, and it's not expecting padding. So branch data. So we want to go on. Where's the branch? Hello? It's here. Okay, holy shit. There's a few things here. Also, here you can see the tinting, actually. Yeah. So basically, if the ray stepped downwards last time, then we know that we hit the top face of a block, right? If the ray stepped right the last time, we know we're hitting the left side of a block, or a voxel rather, right? So that's how you can tell which face you're hitting. Because if you moved up, you're not gonna hit the left side of anything because you moved up, right? That makes sense. So we can tell that. And why am I doing this? Oh, it's ambient occlusion. Okay, it's cringe. Well, whatever. I don't think the ambient occlusion is used currently. Hold on. Yeah. The ambient, yeah. Here's where we get the color, and then we just don't use it. But the code is still there. I'm gonna try to figure out the padding for a bit, but I gotta go to the bathroom soon. We'll see. Can I solve this? It should be simple. That should be it. Is there anything else that is trying to access the octree? Yes, there is. But who are you? Your descent octree? Yes, we need to say +7 here as well. I would make it steps it checks at lower. Okay, what do you mean by the steps it checks at? Like having the ray skip space? Or what do you mean? This is another function here that this is the one that's for you debug, right? Yes, but I'll fix it as well. I'm not sure if it's correct otherwise still, but I'll fix this. Yeah, okay. Well, the result would be that it would just miss voxels sometimes, right? So the rendering would like look interesting. Yeah. It would just look bugged essentially. I don't know exactly how it would look like. Um, but you can imagine like if you were about to hit the corner of a voxel, like you could skip over it. But then if the ray is like pointing deeper into the voxel, then it's like less likely to skip it, right? It wouldn't necessarily be more pixelated. They're still sending the same amount of rays, and they're gonna probably hit different things. Um, but it would mess up the rendering. What happened? Why is it not happy? Oh, is the rendering still broken actually? The rendering is broken. Awesome. Why? We added 7 numbers of padding. We're trying to take into account the padding. Yeah. 1, 8. This. This is the data offset. Damn. Being stuffed into your phone. I see, I see. Why is this broken though? What the hell? Speaking of having to look at the data manually, I might have to do that soon to figure out what's going on. Is the offset incorrect? How do I get the data offset? How is this calculated? Wait, what? Hello? I say data offset, push data offset, and then I... Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. Yep. So the data offset is 0 at start. Yep. Yep. And then I'll update it here. This makes sense. I'm dumb. Yeah, but it's I mean, I have the diff here, right? Like we're doing the padding here. This is already changed, and then I changed these. But this doesn't affect rendering. And then we have this here, that's trying to account for the padding, right? And use version control. It's useful. Hmm. Yeah, the padding comes after. Okay, I thought that I had the solution, but I don't. Oh, maybe? No, it's not this either. This is correct. Octane occupancy index +1. Yes, because if there's nothing, then we truncate this all away. But why do we do +1 here? There should not be a +1. Thank you. Good luck on moving the sofa. And actually, no, this should be a +1. Yes. I think. Holy. I can feel my brain braining. I'll take a quick bathroom break, actually. What is this? Not water. This is... There we go. There we go. Now we have those two up. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. Yes, I am back. Bum, 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 bum. Let's take out the padding and confirm that it works without it. You can already see the voxel like far away there. Hello? We didn't place anything? Did I break something else? Oh, I'm dumb. This needs to also be correct. Yeah, so we can place a thing. And if we do padding, this should not work, right? Oh, but it might work. It doesn't work. Okay. Hmm. How do we know how far how far should we go? How do we note that down? Three get octree branch data. There we go. How do we note this down? We have our stuff. We get the length here. Yes, after the padding. Yep, yep, yep. This should be just +7, and it should just work. Same thing here, like we just add 7, because that's the amount of padding. I don't see why this wouldn't work. There's something that I'm forgetting. Well, I meant to... And it just don't worky. Why? Why? Hmm. Well, let's think. So, the offset right now, like this is supposed to be 8 plus 1 because we have 8 data offsets and we have the one thing there. And now we just added 7 more and we added 7 more. What could it be? This is an outdated to-do as well. How do we actually render anything? Okay. Go here. Go here. And the octree. You get the octant occupancy. Get this. We figure out what our octant is. And then we get the data offset. And then we add this magic number to it. And this all should be correct. Okay, let's just... Do I just need to start trying out random numbers? Is that what we're at? Or do I need to start trying to parse the data in my head? I guess so. Okay. See, let's just print the data. Print the entire octree. Let's go. And now I want no other changes except the ones that are relevant for this. Okay, so now if I discard the changes, if I stash the changes actually, I'm gonna have the version without padding, and if I unstash, I will have the version with the padding. So I can actually switch between the two. Fuck, I'll push the temp commit as well. Eternal temp commit. Okay. So this is with padding. Copy this. Plan with padding. We have that. And now let's stash. Let's run it again. And it's a lot smaller now. Wow. Wait, it's like considerably smaller. Almost, oh, 3 lines. This is 4 lines. I guess it makes sense. I am starting to dislike the padding just because of the way it bloats the data. Whatever, I'll minimize it at some point if it's really necessary. Anyway. Make this full screen. Let's not do word wrap. With padding, we have the mask. And then we have our data offsets, where if the first one is 1, and this makes sense. Well, actually, I starts at... I should be 0 for the first one. Oh, but I'm doing +1 here. Okay. Why am I doing it like this? Oh, no, I'm just dumb. Okay. Yeah. Why do you start at 1? Wait, what are these numbers, actually? What? World size? Oh, yes, the first is world size. I'm dumb. Okay. So we have world size, and then we have the occupancy mask, and then we have the data offsets. Right? That makes sense. So I guess on the first one is the first octant that has the thing, so this is 0. Makes sense. So we expect the data right after this. And then here so without the padding, the data is right here. And the read location is here, so we have read location plus the data offset, which is 0, plus 1 plus 8, so plus 9. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is the correct location. Right, so the old system, it makes sense when I step through it. You know, we have this data offset here again, and we just go down until we get to the color here. I think it's like the same pattern, actually. Oh, let's see. Yeah, well, it's like even larger, actually. Let me get the whole pattern. Yeah, so we have this. These are just identical octants. And that makes sense because the voxel that's placed is at one corner of the world, right? So we step down these octants, and then we get to the voxel data. And this is the color, I think. Color, whatchamacallit? The shading thing. Ambient occlusion. Color, ambient occlusion, color, ambient occlusion, color, ambient occlusion, color, ambient occlusion, color, ambient, color, ambient, color, ambient, color, ambient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Makes sense. It's all good. Now let's look at the one with padding. World size. And then we have octant occupancy. We have the same thing as there. And the next data is right here. And it should be... See how far away it should be? Well, let me restore the stash. be 8 plus 1 plus 7, so it should be 16 away. Right? Yes. So we're expecting the data to be 16 numbers away. We start from here. Here was 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it was 9, but yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It is right there, right at the correct location. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, I'm counting real weirdly now. Hold on. So the thing here, 1. Well, 8's gonna be here. No. I'm okay. My brain is like short circuiting. I mean the dumb counting correctly. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Now hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So we end up here. This should be the correct location. Is it the same exact pattern? It is the same exact pattern. It should work out. And even here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 is where we start the data. What's the matter? So this is the size of the world. This is the octant occupancy mask for the first octree level. And then this is the data offset for the first octree levels, like first branch. This is the data offset for the second, third, fourth, fifth, so on and so on, until you get to the 8th branch. And these are just basically arbitrary numbers if they don't have some sensible data. The arbitrary number and the sensible data for the first location happen to be the same. Oh, XD. But it's whatever. But this is just so I can parse the data easier with my 2 eyes. Right, and then I have padding on the above version. And they're also arbitrary numbers. Just so I can tell easily what's what. And then we have the octant occupancy, data offsets, padding. It's just random data, basically. Just to make sure that things line up. Because what I'm planning on doing is having the data for branch data and the data for a voxel data occupy the same size. So when I'm deleting voxel and branch data, I can just mark those sections as empty and overwrite them later, right? And if I have different sized voxel data and different sized branch data, it's a bit more complicated. So I just wanted to simplify. And the padding data, it's exactly what it's supposed to be, actually. This is what it's supposed to be. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers, and these values. But it doesn't matter. Like, these could be any values. The whole point is that they're here and they're not here, right? And so the thing that I did is that I added padding, and then I mean you can see the changes here. I added padding, and then I added a thing that accounts for that padding. But nothing is rendering. And I'm thinking like, what the hell? I'm in the shader. On the code, I guess. Or do you want to see the octree data before and after? Oh, okay. Sure. Well, I mean, I'm gonna first show you with padding because that's already what it is. There we are. Wait. So it just fails to place. I thought it was rendering nothing, but it just fails to place new voxels. Holy shit. Okay. This makes more sense. Thank you for asking that question. So I can place stuff here, and then it fails. And then it crashes. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but okay, so I was right. I was thinking like this doesn't make any sense. Like it should work. I added the padding and a thing that accounts for the padding. Yes, 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 yes. I'm no longer operating on false information. When we add an octant, everything breaks. Why is that? Why does this +1 exist here? Why does it make sense? Does it make sense? Okay, we're gonna stash these. Confirm that it works, and then we're gonna remove that one. We're gonna do a real sneaky move and remove that one. And then see if everything breaks. It works. We can add new octants, everything works. I can also do... So how do you like my set voxel command? I can write here and it will like take the camera's current position, well, translate it down by 1 voxel. I think this is like the best keyword I can come up with. I first had the keyword pause, then I was like, no, we're doing it here. Anyway. Oh. Wait, is this... No, this is outside of the loop. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I get you, but unlucky. Still works. What is the +1 there for? I'm thinking that's a thought error from the past. Because if we have no data in this branch, we should call the entire branch, including the occupancy mask, right? Because nothing is going to point here if it's empty. And I was just saving the occupancy mask from being consumed with that +1. There's no reason to do that. No, but I mean, for user input, that's... what would I say? I don't know, I think it's a bit more clear if there's no spaces mixed there. And also make stuff like autocomplete things easier and whatever. But I was just thinking, I'm too lazy to do a thing that can support that, because I assume that the first thing before the space is the command name, right? Anyway, so I can just do this. Yes. I guess it matters minimally because yeah, this doesn't matter that much, but that's fine. It's gonna result in like one thing at the end, like one unnecessary number, like maybe. I just closed the fucking file. Right. There we go. Anyway, let's restore the stash. Thank you. Anyway. I'm here. Nice. We can do this. We can run the game. Oh, I tried to set the voxel and it did this. Okay. But yeah, but setting the voxels at arbitrary locations is broken anyway right now. Why am I trying to fly there? Yeah. So you make a new branch, it's... well... where do we create branches? I forget the... get octree branch data. Holy. Hardest name to remember in my life. Anyway. Oh, well, we were here already. Wow, amazing. Oh, what would we call this, actually? Aha! Aha! Haha! I think that's the issue. Yes. Yes. It works. I can have padding. Yes. Okay. So the mistake that I did is that instead of writing 8 minus 1 here, I wrote -9, and then I didn't find this previously. Also, actually, I'm going to do this a bit differently. So now if I do 8 plus 1 plus 7, then I'll find the same thing. This should be maybe a constant, yeah, I get you, but it's also in the shader. I can't have a constant between two files. But it's still better than this, I guess. Let's make it a constant. This should be a U size. Or is it a U size, actually? Everywhere. No, it's a U32 somewhere and a U size somewhere. I'll unscatter it. You're right, I think. Actually, I'll... no, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. What is it? What is the name of this even? It's like... data... offset. Data package. It's gonna be 1 plus 8 plus 7. Oh, it's 8 actually. Well, no. It's 1 is supposed to be first. Yeah, it takes up more space. Whatever. Oh, actually, no. This is supposed to be U32 as well, right? No, it's not. Oh. I can't fucking format? Okay. You can't format unless you have the correct typing here. Or like typing. Let's see how ugly these are. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, but this means now if I change the offset, then I won't have this same issue again, likely, because I will update these two and then it's fine. Let's confirm that it works. Also, actually, wait, what? This is why we confirm that stuff works. Oh, yes, because this is, U32. True, okay. Wait, is it always? Well, let's go through these. And this is supposed to be U size. Damn. I had them mixed up. I have 0 out of 3. I kind of want to write a program, but I have to declare in the variable function that it's mine. Oh. But do you mean like in every variable and function? Is that what you mean? Amazing. No, just have the license text in front of every variable name, you know? Yeah, we can place down stuff. Yes. Can you give me a pretty color? What's your favorite color? And like text, HTML notation, whatever. Also, I just placed down the voxel like on a corner. Hey, that's precise. I would like to say that's not supposed to happen, but I don't really prevent it currently either. Damn, just white. Oh. If I'm not reading incorrectly, you're changing the alphabets to 0. Anyway. Oh, dude. Okay. Now, idea. Um, if I make my own chat overlay thing, like a better one, I already have a chat overlay, but if I make a custom one, I want to make a thing where if you input a color in chat, then it would actually display the color. Not like allow you to do colored text, but just putting like a background on the color code as the color that's supposed to be. I think that would be cool. Anyway, what I kind of want to commit now, I guess. You still have time to give me an actually pretty color. Add padding to French data. That took longer than I would have liked it to take. Well, whatever. It's there. It works. Anyway, you've run out of time to give me a color. Unlucky. Now I kind of want to get rid of these errors. It's so annoying. That now it. We're running the game again. I can't let these colors go to waste. Let's see. Damn. These are the colors you chose. Now they're in the game. I'm happy. Damn. That's funny. I don't want to do one more just so it's like balanced out a bit. Actually, what I just did it incorrectly. Wow. Nice. But like, I'm actually glad that I could just build in this and that it just works. It's great. Oh, I fucking. Anyway. Still need to modify the movement. And I'm pretty sure if you move fast enough, you can fall through things. Let's just go a bit higher. Higher, higher. And then let's fall. Okay, it's doing good now, but I know that it's a problem. I need to fix it at some point. Anyway, silencing errors. So, I'll just start from the bottom so I don't have to scroll all the time. Well, actually, this warning can stay. Or... because this is for debugging the octree. I'll just... how did I need to, like, refer to earlier code to know how to ignore warnings. Let's allow. Wait, no, I just... anyway. And now, it's not complaining about parse octree. And if I take this away, it will complain about parse octree. Yes. Alright. 2, 1, 3, 3. We actually have made this function completely irrelevant. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna mark this shit as empty. But this is fine. Like, this is a work in progress function, and it's gonna be modified. This warning is fine. Octree descent info. Do we use this anywhere sensible? Oh, we use it. We use this to generate data. Right? Or is it only here? There's only 4 instances. Descent octree, here, here, here. Am I blind? Where's the 4th? One, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's only this function. Okay. There should be complaining about all of this. Branch locations are not used. Whatever. I'll just comment that out. And yeah, you can, like, if you have errors in your code, then you can just tell the, you can tell cargo that you want to ignore an error, right? There's a bunch of errors in this one fucking function. Holy shit, that's annoying. Can I? I can't really easily do that. Whatever. Well, yeah. All right. Get chunk mutable. This is not used? I'll leave it for now. This also can stay. I guess I should also leave the warning there. That's fine. Are all of the warnings in this one function? Really? Everything? Oh my god. This one function is spamming the entire debug output. No, if I allow dead code, then it doesn't get rid of all the other warnings. Can I do this? No. Because allowing dead code only, I guess rid of the one thing. Okay, anyway. This also I know. Wait, actually, hold on. No, it's the same. Wait. Oh, it's 2 errors for the price of 1. Unused variable and doesn't need to be mutable. Yeah, thank you. Wait, I'll actually get a new random here. Why do I random here? Oh, fuck it. I'll just remove it. Oh yeah, I remember now. Because I was doing some stuff where I wanted randomness when placing down voxels. I shouldn't get rid of that. Is this useless though? Kind of. What I could do is just pass the same fucking orange into here. Well, I would be doing that just to get rid of errors, and that's not good. Anyways, we're up here now, and it's like errors that I know about. Well, actually, there's an easier fix to this. There we go. There. Well, yes, and the read offset is never. Is this the one function again? Let me guess. It is! Oh, here I could do this. Yep, yep, yep. We don't use that. Interesting. Oh, I guess I printed this at some point. Let's comment that out. It wants this to be different. Should also be. Like, it's not all the same. The movement loop unused label. I do want this to be here because I might want to break from this. That's the idea. I would never remove this just to get rid of the error. Unused import. Oh, okay, sure. I guess I can get rid of it. Wait, where? Oh, it's. I typed it wrong. Let's go. What the heck now? I did type it wrong. Okay. This might not work now. Yeah. Hello, Tomato. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? I'm working on my voxel stuff instead of the project that we have. Oh yeah. Wait, what is what? What? Why is this unknown? What the what? Okay. Oh, that's just broken code, I guess. Oh no, why is it broken? Yeah, let's just quickly stash everything. There we go. Go here. Boom, bada boom. Boom, boom, boom. And still incorrect. Okay, so this has been broken for a long time. Voxels. Voxels.new. Struct voxels. Oh yeah, because it's not just a flat thing anymore. We have chunks. Okay. This is ancient. Yeah, you go away. That was like an ancient commented out function from like year 2000 BC. Anyway, uh I find it funny that you say that, tomato, because cleared, so I lost my email, bro. Has lost his account for like a slightly different reason. Um, like actually, I'll ask: do I tell what you're up to, or is it like, are you trying to be secretive about it? Okay, okay. So, Cleared is trying to move away from proprietary services, right? So everything that's not free slash libre, and Gmail is not like a libre service. So he literally deleted his email, and the email was connected to Twitch still. And well, I mean, I would assume that you would have wanted to move away from Twitch as well, but it's like later in the pipeline. But he's already moved away from Discord. Damn. No, one consideration that I've had is if I had enough income, I would just stream the video myself, right? Just have a server and just serve the video XD. Like I don't have so many viewers that would be unreasonable, right? And I could stream to Twitch, YouTube, and have my own stream if I really wanted to. Or an even more reasonable would be to just stream on Twitch and or YouTube, and then have my own chat where like people can watch on Twitch. There won't be any ads because I won't be an affiliate, and then they can chat without a Twitch account. And yeah. And for the context, I could be an affiliate already if I wanted to be, but there's like almost no value. And the ads would be really annoying for viewers, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, but it's also like, you know, isn't that a problem with spam as well? You know? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, on Twitch you have spam bots anyway, so it's not really a good argument. And this just makes me think, I really wish it was easier to make a fucking chatbot for Twitch. Holy shit, it's so annoying. Like, I just... Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining about that. Uh, and we're silencing a bunch of errors. commit. Let's do cardboard format. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. Also, I'll amend this commit. Push those, and I can actually show you what I'm up to. Because you've only just seen the boringest thing so far. So we have a voxel there in the distance, and I can also do set voxel here, and let's do green, and I can place voxels. Wow, amazing! And they get placed instantly. I can delete voxels; they get deleted instantly. That's great. Wait, what? Am I dumb? I just typed green again. Wow, okay, that's amazing. Yep. And cleared, I can say that from my side, I wouldn't mind it being open sourced, but I don't know what Tomatoes' plans are. At least that's what I think right now. Um, the code is quite simple, but I'm not the only coder on the team, right? So I would have to also ask the other person if they are fine with that idea. And it's still like very early in the project and yada yada yada, you know? It's an island of some sort. I mean, that's assuming that you have like a lot of people working on it and whatever. And in the server, um, oh wait, we're dropping frames? Holy shit. Why? Why are we dropping frames? Is the stream fine? Does it look fine for you? Hmm. Okay, interesting. But this is showing me that we're dropping hella frames. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, now it seems fine again. Okay, so my connection just took a hit for some reason. And 5.7% of frames are dropped. I guess that's what that means. Huh. Anyway, um, like one of the rules on the server is like, oh, if you leave, we can still use your assets, right? But I don't know how binding that is. But yeah. Like if we get into like fucking copyright disputes or whatever, actually, I could ensure that on the code part we don't get that. Um, and try to do something. But I think instead of having a license, it would just be that all the contributors have like shared ownership of the code and they can just do whatever they want with it. And I guess that just would be MIT. well, I'm not really too worried about the code, honestly. So, like, I guess the bad part would be if someone joined the project, contributed a bunch of stuff, and was like, "Oh, I don't want my stuff to be there anymore." But it's also a fan game. There's no money involved, so I don't think it will be an issue. But communicating clearly is still good. Good point. I'll ignore it for now. Yeah, no, but GPL would mean that if we release, then we have to make it like the distributed binary um will have to be accompanied by the source code, right? And that's not necessarily what I want. I just want it so if someone contributes and they leave, that we can't get sued by them, essentially, or bullied by them. I don't think it is going to sue, but it's just like having clear terms where it's like, oh, if you leave, then like we can use your code still, like get owned. But yeah. Well, Voxel's right now, technically. It's like BS5 at this point. But it is what it is. It's gonna probably change name at some point. And also, actually, thinking about this code again. We have the branch data and the voxel data take up the same amount of space right now. Now we need to keep track of where we have quote unquote deleted sections and where we have empty sections. And you know what? I just realized I could have some pattern of data. This is a blob. And I just search for that blob, and that's like free space is marked with that blob. I wouldn't need any kind of like metadata. I would just go around and see, oh, this is empty. That's funny. I think the worst that's a bad solution though. I don't think I would do that. True. Anyway, where do you have the octree? In voxels or in state? I like how I still call it octree cache, even though, well, technically it is. Anyway, it's in chunk. Well, chunk isn't supposed to have this anymore. This is very old. Let's just remove this. Oh, and this is no longer needed, actually. And this is no longer needed, actually. Okay, I can just remove all of this. Wait. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because when I get the chunk, I actually get the chunk out of the thing. But I do nothing in here. Well, that's amazing. Oh, whatever. Yeah, we don't have to do this anymore. Uh, that's amazing. Hey, welcome back, Dohan. I'm just removing some code that's no longer needed right now. Uh, let's see. Okay, so now we have this. Let's go to the octree. We have the octree cache here. Set voxel row. We passed the octree cache here. Okay. And the octree is literally just a vec u32. I could make this a struct, so we have the actual data and then we have the metadata in the same package. Me think that makes sense. Well, it's gonna be an option, right? Where do we use? Yes, actually, it should be an option. Or then I'm gonna have a thing where the entire struct is an option, not that the data field inside is an option. I think that makes more sense. I'm gonna have the data, and then I need to mark 3 locations. Oof. Oh, let's just do the simple thing for now. Uh, Three right locations, I guess. That's what I should call it. There we go. Now we have a octree. Now we need to do a bunch of stuff. Set voxel raw. Let's go here. Oh, well, it's right here. Octree. Not octree descent info, just octree. There you go. A bunch of errors. Descent octree. Okay, we're gonna go to descent octree. Oh yeah, because it wants a slice. That's the same function that is causing me all this grief. Anyway, let's ignore that for now. Oh, actually, no. This is no, this is fine. This is fine. $512. This. This. here. Same thing here. Okay. Now, 505. Yep, we just need to do that. What else? 516. Get octree branch data. Now, I guess it doesn't need anything else. No. This should use the new type. Right? Yes. Yes. Because currently it is appends to the end. This function is supposed to just find a free location and put the data there, unless there's no free locations, and then we should append to the end, right? We got different errors, but you know, let's call it octree actually. Hello. 52. That makes sense. Kind of flying blind and hoping that everything that I do is correct. $15. Get octree branch data. Oh, and now it's this way incorrect. Okay, interesting. Where did we declare you? Right here? Oh. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Whatever, I can't do that. I just have to do this. Boom, 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 boom. And 7. Fair enough, I missed that. And some more. Isn't it like um I actually don't remember, but it was some place name. Minnesota something something. Yeah, don't remember. For some reason my brain is trying to say this Massachusetts instead of Minnesota. Okay. I'm so glad I said it before that message appeared. Anyway. I know the octree doesn't have a new method. Go rock octree. Oh, what a complicated function. Oh, here we actually want to say some octree. Oh, how many years before I'm free of this prison? How many? How many? Oh, and this is supposed to be just octree. Octree data. Damn, I kind of want to play the witness again. I don't know why that just popped into my head. But also random. Whenever I walk to school, there's like this one air vent outside, sus, that just lets out this high-pitched noise. It's like a very peculiar noise, actually. It's like I like it. I like that noise. And every time I walk past it, well, almost every time, I get reminded of the witness. Because it's like an environmental sound that you would expect to hear in that game. Um, it just gives atmosphere. Oh no, the witness is just puzzle game. Let me leak my Steam. This. Oh, you mean that? I would never consider going in the vent. I'm not sus. I just walk past it, and I get reminded of the witness. G.data. It has to be borrowed. No more errors! Okay, I'm sorry if I was loud. I was genuinely surprised. Damn. Oh, and now nothing works anymore? Oh no, I didn't say here, right? Yeah. Invalid position pressed in the command. Oh, I have no comment on that SCP reference. Hey, I picked a voxel from all the way there. Anyway, we can place down stuff and does it currently tell me the memory usage? Tells me on the initial calculation, but it doesn't tell me afterwards if I add branches. I think I'll add the thing that tells me the memory usage. I make more branches. I guess this should just be a function. Oh, actually, no, because I use the memory like thing here to prevent crashes. Is it really just this one line though? I guess it is. But I'll just make it a function. Oh. There we go. Dude, I'm so close to being able to remove all this. Oh, I'm so glad. Because the moment I can overwrite existing data instead of always appending to the end, I'm like done with this. And then I'll have to think about the reorganizing data at some point. But the good thing is that when I reorganize the data, I don't have to worry about doing it like as fucking fast as humanly possible. Like I can chill a bit, you know? It's like, oh, the user like hit the pause menu. We can have half a second to reorganize the data if we really need to, you know? But we can't have half a second when rendering a fucking frame or placing something. And half a second is an eternity to reorganize some fucking data. Like, I could be so inefficient. Or I would need to be so inefficient. Anyway, what is on my clipboard? Yeah, okay. Um, there we go. Let's run it. Wait, is this only after pause? Let's go here. I actually do this a bit in a bit of a different position. Yes. Oh. Oh, okay. There. Okay. Almost done for the day. We're gonna see this makes sense and works. Yeah, we are indeed printing the memory usage. So if that reaches 1, we're fucked. but it is not gonna reach 1 anytime soon. For testing, I could do a thing where I have a way smaller limit, so I can see the number climbing up clearer, and then I can test reusing sections of the octree better. Yeah. Yeah. Is this a reference to the famous JavaScripter? Cleared? Smile? This commit is called stuff. Okay. I'm gonna write something down. Ray tracing. Anyway, that's nice. The problem actually with this is that I'm gonna need negative numbers. Because if we can have a branch, like we can have a branch here, and then we have a free location like right here. So it's gonna need to point backwards. And that's a bit stinky. But I think that's fine. The data offsets just have to be I32s instead of U32s. I don't think it's gonna matter for the number range itself. Let me think. Where do we use the data offsets? In the shader, we do. Read offset. Okay, we get the value. Yeah, it's gonna be U32. I don't remember if it's possible to have an array of I32s exposed. I think it is. But this is me. Well, actually, now that my data is all the same size, what I could do is just note down the absolute position of the data, I think. Well, I think I can do it even without, like, even if I noted down the absolute position in byte or like in numbers, I think that's still possible. Where do I create the buffer? New, here. Where's the buffer? Show me the buffer. Well, I started scanning for a large number. Here we go. The size is this. Is this bytes? Or is this how many elements? Doesn't matter. This is certainly smaller than... You know, like... What's... It might matter. Well, hold on, let me think. Does it matter? My brain is like completely blanking out now. I could just assume it doesn't matter. Let's just assume it doesn't matter. If it's a problem, it's a problem, right? But I think it's actually been 3 hours and 37 minutes. I can see it on my OBS. I'm gonna think this through and then I'm gonna be done, I think. So what I'm thinking is I can just note down the absolute position of the data, and since all of the data blocks are the same size, I have this here. Currently they're 16 U32s. Right? So we have 16 U32s. So it's 32 bytes. Where am I going with this? Let's see. This is how many bytes a single value would increment. And if I'm going to run out of space to note down the offsets, I would need 2 to the power of 32 of these. I know that. So I don't think my array is going to be this size. Or the buffer. Or is it? No, it's not, right? I would need to actually like calculate to get a perspective on how big this number is, but my brain is starting to not number. I don't know if I could do that even if I'm awake, but I'm not awake, so it's hard. But yeah, I'm just gonna note down the absolute positions. I don't have to worry about negative numbers. That's neat. And then in the shader, instead of having this monstrosity, I would simply say this read position equals voxel octree read position plus whatever. And I might need to do like times 16 or something, but that's it, right? But yeah. And instead of trying to make the relative positions work, I'm just gonna make the absolute positions, or use absolute positions instead. Just do one quick run, just to confirm I'm not leaving this entire broken state. Oh yeah. Here. Yeah, works. Or there's my blue. Works. Great. Awesome. Let's see if we rate it. Yes. Let's see. No, we do rate someone. We do indeed. Let's see. Who though? Let me go to the software and game dev category and find someone. Do we have any good old people? We do. There's some people. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we're gonna go here. Oh, let me back to here. There we go. We're gonna go there. Oh, I didn't do my outro. Ah, I have a schedule. Check it out. Nearpredator.com streams the schedule, or on Twitch. The schedule's on Twitch. So check that, and join the Discord. Nearpredator.com streams Discord, and you can see all the videos archived on YouTube. Nearpredator.com streams archive. Have a good one. There's no right message, just follow the streamer's chat rules and whatever. Yeah. Goodbye.